wants to play? How long?
It usually is 8 songs, but I recommend that people have 10 just in case.
Okay.
Okay, so we start off just play. We're just going to go one song at a time around the circle, right?
Right.
Okay. So time to go.
Almost. I'll let you know. I
Oh,
promise.
she's going to let me know. Okay, I'm waiting. Okay, here I am. I'm anxiously.
Okay. We are now live. And just in case something gets screwed up, I'm going to turn on the record here, and it will tell you I did that. See? Okay, welcome to Any Sunday Songwriters. My name is Jan Seides, and I'm your host and one of the performers this evening, but probably the least important. I am really excited about this show. For one thing, both of the people that are playing with me today, I met at the Far West Campfire online and also at the Far West Conference, which is not online. Maybe some of it is. But in any case, the way I'm looking at it, to my left are Steve and Kristi Nebel. And I'm very happy to have you here. Thank you for saying yes. And to just below me on my picture, oh, you've moved, is Amelia Hogan, who has a brand new album out, and it's doing really, really well on the folk charts. It's called Burnished. It's fabulous. I can't wait to hear her do it in person. So, Steve, would you like to kick us off? Steve and Kristi?
Sure. So, Kristi, you want to?
Yeah, this is a song which is off of our brand new album called Vignettes, which is also out on folk radio and doing pretty well. And this song is about a place we visited when we were touring UK a number of years ago, owned by some friends of ours, another couple who played folk clubs in a town called Blythe in the northeast.
On a road called Plessy. It's a dead-end road where the working class go. You'll see people walking, but you never see money down on Plessy Road. People are proud there, glad they've got a home. They got a place they can go, mostly life is pretty good down on Plessy Road. Dug a snow in the northeast winter, they'll get warm in the summer sun, but they'll never get rich. No, they'll never find gold down Plessy Road. There's a man down in London who wants to cut their pay. He owns a means of production, but he never worked hard for any of his days. When Richard gets a little money, he likes to drink a little beer. He might get loaded, but he'll never get rich. He's never getting out of here. They'll get snow in the northeast winter, they'll get warm in the summer sun, but they'll never get rich. No, they'll never find gold down Plessy Road. You hear the sound of children playing in the sun. They got a place they can go, it's the place that they know, down on Plessy Road. They'll get snow in the northeast winter, they'll get warm in the summer sun, but they'll never get rich. No, they'll never find gold down Plessy Road. Down Plessy Road. Down Plessy Road. Thank you.
That was wonderful. I don't think I knew you had a new album out. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that's what I was telling you. It's produced by Chad Watson.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was recent. Okay, so congratulations. Um, and Amelia, what have you got for us?
Um, I'm gonna actually start out with the one song that was self-composed on the previous project, and then we'll sort of get into the new one as we go along. Um, this is called Taking Flight, which is the title track. And imagine it in 4-part harmony. Anyway. We'll sing out from treetops, from rooftops and cars, from buses and trolleys and looking at stars. There's a oh no, I just lost it. I'm so embarrassed. Um
Just start again. It's all right. We're not formal here.
okay. We'll sing out from treetops, from rooftops and cars, from buses and trolleys and looking at stars. When we join in a chorus of birds taking flight, we know that the skyline and future looks bright. There's a rage that's been growing and it aches in my heart. But we're not through with loving, everyone's got a part. There's a tale that needs telling, and I'm not alone. I'll sing out the joys for those left when we're gone. We're blue ones and green ones, there's black, gray, and brown. We're old ones and new ones, some quiet, some loud. There's a rainbow of all birds, that's a beautiful sight, and our song fills the air when we shake off the night. So we'll sing and remember when we're old, worn, and tired. Our heroes have long gone, they've gloried and admired. What we have together is a chance to make bright a chorus together when we rise and take flight. So we'll sing what's inside us and remind of what's true. It's constant and turning and helps us get through. The struggles before us are small when compared to birds all together taking flight till we're there. The struggles before us are small when compared to birds all together taking flight till we're there.
So beautiful. Oh,
My
It's
pandemic
lovely.
response song.
I'm sorry?
Oh, I said it's my pandemic response song. It's when all the birds were coming back to cities and
Oh, yes. That was thrilling, wasn't it? It's like this. We could have this Kerrville Folk Festival. When you come in, there's a big sign in front of you as you come up the driveway, and it says, "It could be this way always." And that's how I felt when I read that. That the dolphins were coming back to Venice and, the birds were coming back. I mean, even here, like the wildlife was totally free to do whatever they pleased because there was no traffic. So I'm going to take us to Broadway. Nature's nice, but actually Hollywood. Where are all the Gretas and Marlenas? And all the Mae Wests, where are they? No one tells the boys, come up and see me sometime, 'cause that's all out of style nowadays. But I still long for old times, steamy romance, satin gowns and stockings with seams, and men that wear trench coats and fedora hats. I wish they'd bring that all back. 'Cause I wanna be a femme fatale, I wanna be a vamp, I wanna whistle like Bacall and have 'em all eating from my hand. They put me on a pedestal, competing for my glance. I wanna be a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. Though I am a liberated woman, sometimes I'd prefer to be a tease. And when I see those starlets with eyes come hither soft, I could pull that off, it seems to me. See? And men would buy me clothes and bring me joy, and open doors and pull me out a seat, and then stand by politely until I'd sit, enjoy my sparkling wit, a little risque repartee with a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. I wanna be the party doll that upsets all their other plans. I know it isn't fashionable, but it's so elegant. I wanna be a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. Dietrich and Davis, they had it made. Mansfield and Monroe, hey, where'd they all go? Well, the women we admire now in the movies are all doctors and lawyers and chiefs. They don't flutter their lashes or swing their hips. They don't pout their lips or sit on anyone's knee. And if they're in some older profession, they've all been reformed by Act 3. They've given up their cigarettes and champagne. I guess we've come a long way, but I sure miss the day of the femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. I wanna give the boys the eye, call some guy my honey lamb. I'd have 'em all in a spell, I'd have 'em in a trance. If I was a femme fatale, I would be sensational. I wanna be a vamp. Thank you.
Oh, honey lamb, that was the bee's knees.
Thank you. I never could figure out that one. The cat's meow, yeah. Bee's knees. So we're just going to keep going round and round like that until they throw us out of here. So back to you, Steve and Kristi.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen. That'd be kind of hard to do. You don't have any kind of long stick. Of course, you have the control there over
Yes, I do.
Zoom, so.
If you leave it to me, I will keep it up all night.
So you ready to do this song?
Yeah.
3, 4.
In his favorite old jacket with his long white hair, wearing his galoshes, he's going nowhere. It's a nice rainy day, a good day for a walk. If you stop for a while, he's got time to talk. He'll talk about the weather or the state of the art. He can get political about the state of this park. He'll tell you how his grandkids are all doing great. When he talks about them, his pride radiates. The mountain still stands like yesterday. The river still runs like yesterday. He's still dreaming like yesterday. Like yesterday. There was a Caribbean cruise he and his wife took. He remembers an earthquake, tells you how the earth shook. There wasn't too much damage, his house was good and firm. He grew up near a forest, in summer watched it burn. You ask him about work, ask what he used to do. He had a shop downtown where he repaired shoes. When he finally retired, he had to close it down. His son's a tax accountant, he tells you with a frown. The mountain still stands like yesterday. The river still runs like yesterday. He's still dreaming like yesterday. Like yesterday. In his favorite old jacket with his long white hair, he's headed back for home, headed back for care. It's been a rainy day, he's enjoyed his walk. I'll see you again, I hope to stop to talk. The mountain still stands like yesterday. The river still runs like yesterday. He's still dreaming like yesterday. Like yesterday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
So, Steve and Kristi, if you can put in the chat the name of your new album, then listeners and other performers will have a chance to maybe go find it.
Yes, and go purchase it.
So, I think I wanted to start with the first and only song that I composed. Mostly you'll hear me refer to it as being composed because I got my start in traditional songs, like almost exclusively songs that people wrote a very, very long time ago and are, for the most part, in public domain. But I looked around and I didn't see the kind of love letter to California that I heard all over Ireland the last time I was there last year. So there's a song called Rolling in the Gold, and on the recording, I'm accompanied by Jimmy Murphy, Marla Fibish, Maureen Brennan, Skylar Blakesley, and Krista Birch. Anyway.
You might want to say a word or two about what you are accompanied by now so that people know what's going on.
So we're having a little bit of a funky moment with my instrument. And I often sing a cappella, but today I'd thought about bringing what I call a shruti box, which is like the great granddaddy of reeded instruments like an accordion or a harmonium or something. It's called a shruti box, and it's specifically for accompanying a singer. So it provides a drone sound. But Rolling in the Gold, I think I'm gonna forego because you can't hear it anyway. And I'll sing it. It's got a chorus. If you sing along in your living rooms, I won't be sad. Anyway. Rolling in the gold, rolling in the gold, we're rolling in the gold of California. Rolling in the gold, we're rolling in the gold, we're rolling in the gold of California. And there's fool's gold in rivers and sunlight through summer, or deep in at sunset through mists on the coast. And they come from all over and hope that they'll get rich when searching in mine shafts or sifting through stream beds. They were rolling o'er the gold, rolling o'er the gold. They were rolling o'er the gold of California, rolling o'er the gold. They were rolling o'er the gold. They were rolling o'er the gold of California. But the hue of light that shines out over cool grains of ochre, it smells of the brightness of oaks on the hill. And when traveling way out west, saying gold's for the taking, what they haven't figured yet is that there's plenty for all. We're rolling through the gold, when rolling through the gold, when rolling through the gold of California, when rolling through the gold, rolling through the gold, when rolling through the gold of California. It's the air we are breathing and the warmth on our shoulders. It's wind we can't capture, feeling gold in our bones. And in autumn, when winds change, the monarchs come homeward, and seabirds are resting, they're feathered in gold, rolling in the gold, rolling in the gold. When rolling in the gold of California, rolling in the gold, when we're rolling in the gold, rolling in the gold of California. If I could impart one thing, my love, there's one thing to you I'd bring. It's that there's gold in these hills we're in, my love, and not held in some cold metal thing. Made up of a sunburn and scented tall giants, it's burnished wildflowers in each gilded beam, and a tidal pool sparkle and salt waves I cherish. You'll have gold aplenty and friends who will sing with you, rolling in the gold, rolling in the gold. When rolling in the gold of California, we're rolling in the gold, rolling in the gold, rolling in the gold of California.
Marvelous. And in the chat, Janet, who is with us from north of Tel Aviv, has posted a picture of what I saw for the first time in the mid 90s. You know, it's funny. I drove from New York City to Austin, Texas when I first moved here. And I remember coming through Kentucky at quite a bit more than the speed limit because I wasn't used to driving long distances anymore. And I looked around me and I thought, wow, bluegrass, it really is. It really is blue. So there was a Folk Alliance conference in San Diego, and I had arranged to tour up the coast after the conference. And I was driving along 5, and I saw that, which is in the chat, that picture, and I thought, okay, I get it. Golden State. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So what a lovely song to go with it. Thank you, Amelia.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, I have had some health challenges the last few weeks, and it turned out they weren't life-threatening, but when you first find out you have a health challenge, of course, that's where you go because that's where you go. So this is my response to all such. I will not be leaving without a struggle. No one will have to say, don't go gently to that good night, 'cause I'll be kicking and screaming and hanging on to the door jambs, protesting all the way that I'm not done with this life. I want to see peace. I want to see joy. I want to hear the truth without the noise. I want to see justice with my own eyes. And then I'll be ready and I'll say goodbye. Maybe. Probably not. I believe Moses looked like Charlton Heston. And I believe he had a word with God. All I want to know is, when is it my turn? 'Cause I'm thinking miracles can't be all that hard. I want to see peace. I want to see joy. I want to hear the truth without the noise. I want to see justice with my own eyes. And then I'll be ready and I'll say goodbye. I want to see the face of peace. I want to hear the voice of truth. I want to know that dream is real. And then I'll make that choice. But first, I want to see peace. Yeah, I want to see joy. I want to hear the truth, but hold the noise. I want to see justice with my own eyes. And then I'll be ready and I'll say goodbye. And I'll be ready. Nope. Thank you.
Well, that was a fun song about mortality. Yeah.
And morality.
Well, both actually.
Yeah. Okay. This song was actually kind of inspired by the war in Ukraine, and it's been going on now for about 3 years, and I just was thinking about these young soldiers. These soldiers are typically between the age of 16 and 25. Anyway, and what they go through in a long-term war. This is called The Baker. 3, 4. Winter has arrived, with more bombs and bullets. Find that you're still living in a war. In the rain and in the snow, bridges all are broken. You can't remember what the battle's for. Once you knew you killed, forgotten for your country. Now many comrades lay in graves beneath the snow. Youth has fled like birds, escaping from the winter. You just got word that she can wait no more. It's just become a job you feel that you must finish, not like the bakery where you worked before. Blood doesn't smell like bread that's fresh out of the oven, and you won't be a baker anymore. No, you won't be a baker anymore. Once you've killed enough, seen mass corpses in the street, sometime you feel nothing anymore. Once you decided you were dead, there was nothing left to fear. Once again, you walk through your death's door. Some days when you wake up, you remember your friend Billy, him thinking what a hero he would be. The day you saw him die, you watched him as he bled. Now in nightmares every night you hear him weep. And it's just become a job, forgotten for your country, not like the bakery where you worked before. Blood doesn't smell like bread that's fresh out of the oven, and you won't be a baker anymore. No, you won't be a baker anymore. Now you're standing in the rain, staring at your phone, at the email telling you you did not come home. You don't hear the mortar rounds exploding all around you, and you think you've never felt this all alone. Winter has arrived, with it more bombs and bullets. You find that you're still living in a war. In the rain and in the snow, the bridges all are broken. You can't remember what the battle's for, and it's just become a job. You feel that you must finish, not like the bakery where you worked before. Blood doesn't smell like bread that's fresh out of the oven, and you won't be a baker anymore. You won't be a baker anymore, and you won't be a baker anymore.
So sad.
Thank you.
Somebody started out a recording that I saw yesterday by saying, yeah, we have to sing about the sad stuff too. Yeah.
I think that's, yeah, give it
Yeah.
its space. In that vein, I'm going to switch gears to, I don't know, maybe I clicked a different place in my app, so maybe you'll get some sound this time. Okay, I see a happy face. Okay, so we're going to try from the new album, Little Yellow Roses, which was written by a British comedic actor named Trevor Peacock. Anyway. Laid on my back with the sun in my eyes, soon I shall know what no living man know. All of my life's been a fight against lies. Death brings the truth, and it's my turn to know. Send my mother a lock of my hair. Send my father the watch that he gave me. Tell my brother to follow me if he dares. Tell them I'm lost now, and no one can can save me. Remember, remember to send my love little yellow roses. My father taught me that all men are equal, whatever color, religion, or land, and taught me to fight for the things I believed in. So that's what I did with a gun in my hand. Send my mother a lock of my hair. Send my father the watch that he gave me. Tell my brother to follow me if he dares. Tell them I'm lost now and no one can save me. Remember, remember to send my love little yellow roses. I met my love in a garden of roses, and she pricked her finger, how sharp the thorn grows. And we made a promise that till death should we part us, I'd never look on that wild yellow rose. Send my mother a lock of my hair. Send my father the watch that he gave me. Tell my brother to follow me if he dares. Tell them I'm lost now and no one can save me. Remember, remember to send my love little yellow roses. Remember, remember to send my love little yellow roses.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Speechless. So before I go on, I wanted to say hello to Deb Ewing, who is spreading your how to find your albums and whatnot on Facebook. It turns out it used to be that I could share the Facebook version of this with your pages so that you could have, your friends see it too. I am unable to do that. They've taken that option away. So if you want to have it on your own Facebook page, Amelia and Stephen Kristi, you'll have to go to my profile, which is just, Facebook.com, Jan Seides, and get it. And I apologize for that, or I didn't do it, but I'll apologize for it anyway. And I have a bunch of sad songs because the times seem to inspire them, but I'm going to do this love song instead. If I had it to do over, a mulligan for all of those mistakes, maybe I would take it slower and think about the reasons I should wait for the other shoe. But then I wouldn't be with you. If I had it to do over, a second chance to turn and walk away from all those careless promises and all the times my trust was betrayed, 'cause I didn't have a clue. But then I wouldn't be with you. You are the reason that I still believe. A guardian angel watches over me. So if I had it to do over, an opportunity that few receive, I could be lying here tonight, dreaming dreams that probably would never come true. So I wouldn't follow through, because then I wouldn't be with you. And I'd rather be with you.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Love your piano arrangement for that
Yeah.
too.
Oh, thanks.
So you want to say something about this?
This song Steve wrote, and I claimed it for myself. I like to think he wrote it about my family, who have had the same property for 5 generations in eastern Washington, farming. And if you have farmers in your family, you probably know that after watching them do that for a certain number of years, you see plenty of tragedies. It's a very hazardous occupation.
Okay, 3, 4.
Spring arrives on the prairie. It comes back to life. In the heart of the winter, you never were sure anything would survive. You plant all your seeds. You expect them to grow. Harvest will come, though you thought you might run, you never do go. This is yesterday's poem. It's tomorrow's poem too. A poem for the ages expressing my rage. It's a poem of love too. Life has never been easy, working out on the farm. Too many times broken bones, too many years broken prices, broken too much alone. And we plow all our fields till furrows run through our sleep. Plant crops we hope will grow, that enough rain will fall before harvesting week. The hours turn into days, the days turn into weeks, turning into the months, turning into the years where the waters run deep. This is yesterday's poem. It's tomorrow's poem too. A poem for the ages expressing my rage. It's a poem of love too.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
When I was a little kid, they took our class to a dairy farm in Michigan, and I always thought, oh, that's the life I want. And I said that when I was a teenager to somebody who actually had that life, and they said, you don't know what you're talking about. And they were right.
That's a hard life, I think. My husband's family had property for a similar amount of times. They came over during the gold rush, and they finally had to sell the property like 3 years ago. And it was good acreage in Central Valley of California in Hollister.
So is somebody growing something on it, or has it turned into condos?
Not condos yet, as far as I can tell. So fingers crossed that it remains open space and farming. But so I've got a song that's one of the oldest versions of a love song to nature that we have. It's from Robbie Burns, and everybody's done a version of it or something if they have that sense about the world around them. So anyway, Westland Winds, or as he sent it to his publisher, the name he put it under was Song Composed in August. And anyway, Robbie Burns song. Now westland winds and slaughtering guns bring autumn's pleasant weather. The moorcock springs on whirring wings among the blooming heather. Now waving grain wild o'er the plain delights the weary farmer, and the moon shines bright as I rove at night to muse upon my charmer. And the partridge loves the fruitful fells, the plover loves the mountain, the woodcock haunts the lonely dells, the soaring heron the fountain. Through lofty groves the cushat roves, the path of man to shun it, and the hazel bush o'erhangs the thrush, the spreading thorn, the linnet. Thus every kind their pleasure find, the savage and the tender. Some social join and leagues combine, some solitary wander. Avaunt away the cruel sway, tyrannic man's dominion, and the sportsman's joy, the murdering cry, the fluttering gory pinions. But Peggy dear, the evening's clear, thick flies the skimming swallow, the sky is blue, all fields in view, all fading green and yellow. Come, let us stray our gladsome way, and view the charms of nature, the rustling corn, the fruited thorn, and every happy creature. So we'll gently walk and sweetly talk till the silent moon shines clearly. I'll grasp thy waist and fondly pressed swear how I love thee dearly. Not vernal showers to budding flowers, not autumn to the farmer, so dear can be as thou to me. My fair, my lovely charmer, so dear can be as thou to me. My fair, my lovely charmer.
Man. How on earth would you not love Robert Burns? That's beautiful. And your melody is beautiful too. Did you write the melody?
I think I learned it from a whole bunch of different people and sources and things, and I think that's just how I'm feeling the song. So kind of a mishmash. Like it's
I understand.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, before I sing my song, I wanted to ask Steve and Kristi, where will you be next and where can people find you online?
We're playing this coming weekend at the Carnation Farmers Market, and we'll be playing. We'll be playing the Olympia Farmers Market. I think we're
And
playing Carnation.
Is that
on
in
Wednesday.
Olympia?
Yeah, Olympia,
Yeah.
Washington. Right?
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Olympia's Saturday, and Carnation is the 1st of June, whenever that is.
Yeah, and you can find us at sknebel, sknebel.com. And that can pretty much tell you everything you need to know about us.
Perfect. And Amelia, how about you? Where will you be next and where can people find you online?
I have a little bit of a Pacific Northwest tour this coming week. Next show is in Davis, California on Wednesday at a place called Muir Commons. And then Thursday, I think we're driving up to Oregon. Friday at the Hayloft in Salem, Oregon. Saturday in Portland at Oran Moore Meadery. And Sunday at KSER in Everett, Washington. So I'll be kind of up near you guys. And online, I'm at ameliahogan.com. Or on Facebook, I'm at Amelia Hogan Music. Or Amelia Hogan Sings. I don't remember what I actually... Anyway.
One of those.
One of them. But yeah, I'm around and I love chatting with people and answering any questions and making up good conversations with people about music. So, thanks, Jen.
Sure.
And thanks for having us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. You have no idea. I love having you, both of you, all of you. Yes. So just as I was about to speak, I hit the mute button. I don't know. So you can find me at janseides.com, and it's spelled the same way you see it in my little cell here. The next one of these shows will be Sunday, June 1st, and it will be Eric Gnezda, and I think I probably just butchered his name, but it's Gnezda, so that ought to right a few wrongs there. And to be determined, I have a number of candidates. I just have to figure out which one. Yes. Oh, I love it. Excellent. And you can find, I said that. You can find me at janseides.com. There are no in-person shows scheduled until August, when I will be touring first in California and then in Michigan. So, yeah. And if you'd like to be on the mailing list for this show, that can be arranged. All you have to do is either in the comments or in the chat, leave me your email and let me know that that's why you're leaving it. And I will be happy to put you on. No spam, I promise. Just information about upcoming shows and maybe a little penny ante philosophy to go with it. But so since we're talking about nature, I recently read this book called The Overstory, and it was amazing. It was a life-changing book, and it's about trees, basically. It's like a lot of different aspects of that subject. And one of the things that I learned from it was that we share 14% of our DNA with trees in general, and if you think about it, that only makes sense because they were here before we were. So we have to developed out of that DNA, which a lot of us tend to forget. But even so, we spend a week every summer in Point Arena, California, which is about maybe a 3-hour drive north of San Francisco, maybe a little bit more than that. Right on the coast, there's a lighthouse there. It's one of the few remaining in the U.S. And it's a wonderful place that's in the middle of the redwoods. And after reading this book, I saw the redwoods completely differently. And I had already loved them, but this was a whole new facet of that love. And this song grew out of it. Come to the woods with me. Let the trees tell you their secrets. Drink from the river that flows through the forest. Come to the woods with me. Come to the woods with me. Hear the miracle of the bird song. Let it transport you and wrap you in calm. Come to the woods with me. Forget your objectives, forget your machines, forget your 5-year plan. Just for a moment, remember your dreams and breathe in that sweetness as deep as you can. And come to the woods with me. Find the birthplace of ancient wisdom. Let it restore your sweet optimism. Find your heart, find your soul, and come to the woods with me. Forget your secrets, forget your machines, forget that 5-year plan. Just for a moment, remember your dreams and drink in that sweetness as deep as you can. And come to the woods with me. Find the birthplace of ancient wisdom. Let it restore your sweet optimism. Find your heart, find your soul. Let it make you whole. And come to the woods. Come to the woods. Come to the woods with me. Thank you. I forgot to mention that
I really
Rick
like that sentiment.
is here, and Rick likes to put up backgrounds to go with our songs. And so watch his space. It adds a whole new dimension to this. And thank you, Rick. And that's all I have to say about that.
I really like that song. That we have a lot of trees here.
Oh,
I've also read The Overstory. That was a really good book.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was possible to live in that space while you were reading it, and it was a revelation.
Right.
For one thing, because I'd been to a tree museum in Illinois, and the one tree that we couldn't find was the American chestnut. And I couldn't figure out why. We could find like saplings, but no trees. And they said something about a blight, but it was not
Right.
clear. And then in the very first pages of this book, that got explained.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad.
What was the book again?
The Overstory, it's by, I think his name is Richard Powell. Powell is the important part, but The Overstory is, I doubt if anybody else has used that title, it'll be easy to find.
Because I live in the woods north of Point Arena in Albion,
Do you? Oh,
in a
lucky
hen oak
you.
house among redwoods and tan oaks.
Wonderful.
They're
I
right
may come
outside.
visit you. We're going to be there in August. So,
Neat.
anyway, excuse me.
So here we are. So, okay, just want to. 3, 4. Darling, take those curlers from your hair. Oh, darling, please now don't just stare at me. Oh, darling, take that cold cream off your face. Oh, darling, you're like some creature out of space, just a little out of place. Oh, but darling, I can't help it, I'm in love.
Darling, won't you pull that beer gun tight? Oh, darling, please shave your face tonight. Oh, darling, won't you change those old blue jeans? Oh, darling, you're like some greasy old machine, smelling somewhere in between. Oh, but darling, I can't help it, I'm in love.
Ba-da, ba-da-da, da-da-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Darling, let's dress up and let's go out. Oh, darling, there's this show I've heard about. Oh, darling, I just love to see you smile. Oh, darling, there'll be jugglers, there'll be clowns, there'll be music all around. Because, darling, I'm just so in love with you. Because, darling, I'm just so in love with you.
Marvelous.
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna launch into another one from my previous album, and let's see if we can hear the Shruti box still again more. Oh, that sounds all minery.
Yes.
That's even worse. Yeah, you can hear it though? Okay.
Yes.
Great. Let's just try. Oh, heavens. Okay, we'll stick with a major key here for this one. Come with me out to the old churchyard. I so well know those paths neath the soft green sward. Friends slumber in there that we want to regard. We will trace out their names in the old churchyard. Mourn not for them, for their trials are o'er, and why weep for those who will weep no more? For sweet is their sleep, though cold and hard, and their pillows laid deep in the old churchyard. And I know that it's in vain when our friends depart to breathe kind words to a broken heart. And I know that the joy of life, it is marred when we follow lost friends to the old churchyard. And why weep for me? For I'm anxious to go to that haven of rest where no tears ever flow. And I fear not to enter that dark, lonely tomb where our Savior has lain and has conquered the gloom. I rest in the hope that one bright day sunshine will burst through these prisons of clay, and old Gabriel's trumpet and the voice of the Lord will wake up the dead in the old churchyard. I rest in the hope that one bright day sunshine will burst through these prisons of clay, and old Gabriel's trumpet and the voice of the Lord will wake up the dead in the old churchyard.
Beautiful. You guys are making me so happy. It's worth getting through the last 2 weeks just to be at this moment. So, I have a friend, Jen Cass, in Michigan, and I was driving through Texas to get to Kansas on the weekend after the Coventry school shootings in Tennessee. And at first, when I saw all the flags at half-mast, I didn't remember why they were all at half-mast. And when I did remember, frankly, it pissed me off. So when I got to the next stopping place, because I'm sure you understand. When I got to the next stopping place, I got on Facebook and I said, they might as well just leave them at half-mast because they're not doing anything about the problem. And about a week later, I got a message from Jen, and it was these wonderful lyrics on that subject, and I wrote back and I congratulated her, and she said, well, it was your idea, which it never occurred to me to write a song about it, so I was really happy that she did, and I got her permission to set it to music. She liked the results, and I'm about to play them for you. The flags above my country are at half-mast once again, and we're burying our children and their teachers and their friends. Hey, law enforcement got him, and he only murdered 10. And the flags above my country are at half-mast once again. Flags above my country are at half-mast every day, and the folks who hold the power seem to have nothing to say. They just send their thoughts and prayers up to protect the NRA. So the flags above my country are at half-mast every day. Why not leave the flags at half-mast? It'll save us all some time. We can cut right to the part where we claim this is God's design, as we scroll the names and faces that were cut down in their prime. Flags above my country should be upside down today. The threat to life and property cannot be prayed away, and no good guy with a gun can stop a nation gone astray. And the flags above my country should be upside down today.
Always great piano.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's a really good song. I really like that.
Thank you. I wish it was unnecessary.
Yeah, well, yeah, a lot of times I know exactly what you mean. Just got to remember what we're doing. Okay, so you ready? Mm-hmm. 3,
5. Sunrise comes on frosted feet, awakens me from dreams. Through starting light, the silhouettes of urban rain town scenes were waiting in the darkness, came creeping with the light. People waiting for the bus to put their day to flight. It's a harmony of season, a harmony of day. Harmony of sunlight dawning chases night away. Sunrise here on frosted feet brings promise to the day. As birds shout with the joy of light, night skittering away. Where nighttime hides, I do not know when day has come to me. For when night is all about, I only dimly see. It's a harmony of season, a harmony of day. It's harmony of sunlight dawning chases night away. Sunlight here this winter's day will not be here too long. The earth is in the turning now, where day must run along. But nighttime time of different sound will linger on and on. I will wait in urban sound for sunrise frosty dawn. It's a harmony of season, a harmony of day. It's harmony of sunlight dawning chases night away. It's a harmony of season, a harmony of day. It's harmony of sunlight dawning chases night away.
Thank you.
Lovely.
A really great mood to sort of settle into. Really like that. Okay, I have another one from the new project called Blue is the Eye, and it's got all kinds of like mythological history and everything in Ireland, but it's one of the songs that I included about immigrants, because one of the oldest books in Irish mythological history and cycles and things, like more than 1,000 years old, is their historical text of how, like an origin story, how Ireland was populated. And it's called the Book of Invasions. And it's like wave after wave after wave of immigrant is a part of how the country knows itself to be made up of lots and lots of different kinds of people. And there's a lot of tension about racism and nationalism and all those things. And I think everywhere there's a bit of a struggle over people who are born there versus refugees. And it doesn't have to be that way. It could just be a part of the makeup of your country. But anyway, it refers to Manannán Mac Lir bringing the waves of immigrants over the ocean. A crack in the sky lends a light to the dark. The wind blows the ember a coal from the hearth. You carry it proudly through ditches and trees, and cross the horizon to lie down and sleep. Lie down and sleep, sleep well, my darling. Blue is the eye, watches over the sea. Lie down and sleep, sleep well, my darling. Blue is the eye that looks after thee. And over the ocean toward a new world, the city, the island, the tear in the pearl, a boat on the water casts out a clear eye. The darkness beneath us is teeming with life. So lie down and sleep, sleep well, my darling. Blue is the eye, watches over the sea. Lie down and sleep, sleep well, my darling. Blue is the eye that looks after thee. handed the fire from the hearth on the hill. The coal and the ember, they glow away still. Songs to the stranger, familiar and clear, ring out in chorus for all you hold dear. So lie down and sleep, sleep well, my darling. Blue is the eye, watches over the sea. Lie down and sleep, sleep well, my darling. Blue is the eye that looks after thee. A flash in the dark glimmers silver and blue, and breaches the waves for a moment or two. Moves away slowly back into the deep. Blue is the eye, watches over the sea. So lie down and sleep, sleep well, my darling. Blue is the eye, watches over the sea. And lie down and sleep, sleep well, my darling. Blue is the eye that looks after thee.
I'm afraid that would never work as a lullaby for me, Amelia, because every time you tried to tiptoe away, I'd wake up and make you sing it again. Well, my husband has been working with this tango group, Quintango. If they come your way, they are definitely worth seeing them. Here in Austin, they will be doing a show at KMFA sometime in the near future. I've forgotten the date. I'm sorry. But if you go to quintango.com, you can probably find out despite me. So the thing I found out about tango, first of all, is it's every bit as fascinating as I always thought it was. Secondly, it rubs off. So first, make a list, all the qualities you missed on your previous attempts. Then make a plan, all the places that someone like that might frequent. Call all your friends, let them know you're on the mend from your last affair. Consult your horoscope, seize the moment, and say a little prayer. And then you wait, you hurry up and wait. Be at the right place at the right time to meet your soulmate. You just wait, gently knocking on the gates of love sublime. It's just a matter of patience and timing in the tango for one. Improve yourself, pay attention to your health, learn a new dance. Exercise your brain, learn a new language, change your circumstance. And I've forgotten the rest of this verse. Do something just for fun. Get your fortune told, buy new clothes, you may already have one. Still you wait, you hurry up and wait. Be at the right place at the right time to meet your soulmate. You just wait, gently knocking on the gates of love sublime. It's of patience and timing in the tango for one. Sooner or later, you're gonna notice a change. Your own company ain't half as bad as they claim, and it's not a cause for shame. You can afford to wait. You can hurry up and wait. At the right place, at the right time, you'll meet your soulmate. You just wait. You'll be entering the gates of love sublime. It's just a matter of patience and timing in the tango for one. 'Cause it's all about patience and timing in the tango for one. Thank you.
So, Kristi and I were playing at this bar in Dutch Harbor, Alaska. We were a trio playing a variety of music, and we were there for Thanksgiving, and we invited one of the guys off of one of the boats to Thanksgiving dinner, and he brought dinner with him. He brought a fresh king salmon, and not only that, he cooked it for us, which was a really great Thanksgiving. And while he was sitting there at dinner, he said that they would be out for anywhere from 2 to 4 days at a time, and that they wouldn't sleep the entire time that they were out. Fisherman hardly ever sleeps when he's at sea. He cannot hear my voice. The wind and waves drown all sound. But the fisherman hardly ever sleeps when he's at sea. The wind and waves roll his boat. Fishermen sometimes pray their boats will not go down. Sometimes their boats go down, then they pray they will not drown. But the fisherman hardly ever sleeps when he's at sea. Fishermen are a nuisance upon the shore. They drink until they're crazy, then they drink some more. Though he may be at loose ends upon the shore, the fisherman hardly ever sleeps when he's at sea. If we down ice up, if the seas don't get too high, if we don't put her on the rocks and the tide don't leave us high and dry, if the skipper is good and the crew works hard, if the vision is good and Mother Ocean doesn't catch us all off guard. But the fisherman hardly ever sleeps when he's at sea. He pulls his nets in rhythm. If the fishing's good, sometimes his fingers bleed. But the fisherman hardly ever sleeps when he's at sea. The wind and waves will chill his bones, but the fisherman knows he is not alone. Sometimes when he's alone, you'll hear him say he's glad to be back home. But the fisherman hardly ever sleeps when he's at sea. Fishermen are at loose ends up on the shore. They drink until they're crazy, then they drink some more. Though he may be at loose ends up on the shore, the fisherman hardly ever sleeps when he's at sea. If we down ice up, if the seas don't get too high, If we don't put her on the rocks and the tide don't leave us high and dry. If the skipper is good and the crew works hard, if the fishing is good and Mother Ocean doesn't catch us all off guard. But the fisherman hardly ever sleeps when he's at sea. The fisherman hardly ever sleeps when he's at sea. The fisherman hardly ever sleeps when he's at sea. The fisherman hardly ever sleeps. Okay.
What a compelling song.
Oh, thank you. That's on our latest album, Vignettes. So.
Lovely. Great title for the album, too.
Oh, thank you.
That has such a great groove to it. Like, there's the motion of the ocean, kind of. I mean, it sounds very silly, but like you hear that tide.
Shad put actual waves at the beginning and the end of it. I'm glad you got that.
Cool.
Thanks.
I was in the Navy, and there's just nothing that'll put you to sleep any faster than being rocked to sleep by the earth.
Yeah.
Well,
On
thank
dry
you,
land,
everyone.
that would be a problem, but
Well, thank you, everyone.
I'm gonna switch gears entirely into a traditional song that's just like the Burns song, a couple hundred years old or more. And it's about the return or the preservation of the culture through the singing of the songs that you do while you work, while you make the tartan tweed. There's a song that has a whole cast of accompanists, and they're amazing people. But I hope I'll do it justice singing in the Scots Gaelic. It's called Dheirich mich Mochmajin Chechen, or One Morning in May as I Was Walking. So, like a lot of Scottish songs, right? But there's a guy that went from town to town teaching them the songs that they would use to do the wool walking, to make to beat the fibers to make them waterproof, and pound them on the table and do it with the whole village for the whole day. Anyway. Jura was noro ele falilo el jubilo, Dheirich mich mochmajin chechen falilo el jubilo. Jura was noro ele falilo el jubilo, Hol misches Jehovah evin falilo el jubilo. Jura was noro ele falilo el jubilo, Garavkashka yesereri falilo el jubilo. Jura was noro ele falilo el jubilo, Achar vayen kainchna fenje falilo el jubilo. Jura was noro ele falilo el jubilo, Chayet grinje kjana chele falilo el jubilo. Jura was noro ele falilo el jubilo, Hartjet gara kjanan fuemul falilo el jubilo. Jura was noro ele falilo el jubilo, Antes kolchem mari perle falilo el jubilo. Jura was noro ele falilo el jubilo, Shuttet den jarein femwin falilo el jubilo. Jura was noro ele falilo el jubilo, Frishio macintashe klesje falilo el jubilo. Jura was noro ele falilo el jubilo, Toga linja gagas shiesje falilo el jubilo. Jura was noro ele falilo el jubilo, Arne jeregas nas beren falilo el jubilo. Júra snoro ele falilo el juilo Leshna gaska gajin cheja falilo el juilo Júra snoro ele falilo el juilo Júra snoro ele falilo el juilo Júra snoro ele falilo el juilo. And the songs get faster as the fibers get shorter.
I love that.
That's
We have the
wonderful.
opportunity to see a documentary that was done in about 1935 or something with all these women actually doing that work and singing that song.
I've got a friend in a border town that does this. Kathy Hobkirk and Anne Reiki both do demonstrations for tourists and stuff, and they're both singers in Scotland, and they have they dress up in their little outfits and things to sort of the historical reenactment-y kinds of things to show people, and they only spend about an hour doing it at a time, but there are all kinds of fun little traditions about it. It's really cool that there's a documentary on that.
There is a show called Outlander that's based on a series of books by Diana Gabaldon. And in one of the scenes, they show the women doing, curing the fibers or whatever it's called. And you can hear it in that song, it's push and lift and then slap and then pull and lift and slap again, and it's that same rhythm. I think they sing with it. I can't remember now because I saw it quite a while ago, but I can easily see women sitting around a table doing that with the fibers when you sing. Yeah.
And the leader of a song changes from person to person as you go around and to keep the work moving. And there's a superstition about you never do more than one drowning at sea song in a whole session and in a whole day, because otherwise it's like you're inviting that future in.
That makes sense.
So only one of those gets to happen. Anyway.
So your fisherman song would be the star of the show. At least momentarily. So I have to do a dancing song too. When those gray skies seem to be falling in, when the hard times get harder, the good times grow thin, don't let that old rocky road rock you off of your feet. One day you'll be dancing down easy street. You gotta hold on, 'cause one day you'll have it all. If you hold on, one day you'll be dancing down easy street. Well, too many times your tears rolled by. You've been down too many roads paved with too many lies and promises dripping gold, honey sweet. One day you'd be dancing down easy street. You gotta hold on, 'cause one day you'll have it all. If you hold on, one day you'll be dancing down easy street. your puzzle will make your life complete. One day you'll be dancing down easy street. So you gotta hold on. 'Cause one day you'll have it all. If you hold on. One day you'll be dancing down easy street. One day you'll be dancing down easy street. Thank you. Since Rick put this up there, I have to tell you this little story that goes with that song. I left Austin and tried to go live in LA for a while, and LA was not designed to be friendly to me. I grant you there are lots of people who have a very pleasant LA experience. I was not one of them. So when my life finally blew up, my response was, great, I'm going back to Austin. And I went out to visit a friend out in a little town that's sort of southwest of here called Dripping Springs. And Dripping Springs was just this tiny little enclave when they first moved there. And they built the house in the country that they'd been talking about for about 1 million years. And I went out to see it. They had this driveway that sloped down really sharply, and it was caliche. That's what's here in the ground. It's lime. And every time it rains, it turns into, what's one of those water parks? There's one here called Schlitterbahn, but I don't think that's a national thing. Anyway, it's a water slide. And so they paved it. And the city of Dripping Springs came around and annexed their area and named all those paved driveways, and the name of their driveway is Easy Street. And my friend says their street sign gets stolen about once a month. I would have done it, except she comes to my house sometimes. So anyway, Steve and Kristi, I believe this is our last round.
Okay.
Well, you deserve
Sadly.
this, to steal it with a great song like that. And you got me waltzing, so I'm just going to keep waltzing here.
Sounds good.
Okay.
This is dedicated to Michael McGee, who came to see us. He was kind enough to write a few words about Vignettes, our new CD, and mentioned this song. Time gone, time lost, a desert we walked on, an ocean we crossed. Time slips away like a spider web, lost in the wind. Blue skies, rainbows, the day slips away, who knows where the time goes. It just slips away like a spider web, lost in the wind. One day I felt sorrow slip down in my heart. My afternoon it had drifted away. I saw the plant flower, I watched the fruit grow, as I saw time slipping away. The wind blows, the rain comes, a road we once drove on that's now far away. Memories slip away like a spider web,
lost in the wind.
A warm day, it's too warm. We feel the change come, feel it more every day.
A saved life slips away like a spider web, lost in the wind.
One day you'll feel the wind grab you. You're floating away on a breeze. There's no way to know where you'll touch down.
You're on a spider web, lost in the wind. You're on a spider web, lost in the wind. You're on a spider web, lost in the wind. Lost in the wind.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Steve and Kristi Nebel.
Such an evocative, like, I'm
Thank
a
you.
painter also, and I love when I can picture very clearly what's happening, like in the story, in the song, and I'm like, oh, you just have this lovely moment of the spider web in the wind, and like visual imagery in that song is great. So Jan might remember this one. This is my Now See Here entry for Phil Ward's program, where he presents visual art to songwriters, and the songwriters make up a song about, or compose a song about, the work, or the visual art, and then he'll hand that song to a visual artist and say, make something visual for this song, and the chain goes on. So he handed me what I thought was a picture of a quilt of hands, different colored hands, a young hand and an old hand reaching out, with like different patterns of stuff in the background. You couldn't, it was all kind of reds, various red, but it turns out it was a mosaic. It wasn't actually a quilt at all. Anyway, so.
I think that's where I first heard you sing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I really love his project.
Me too. And he's on like round 15 or something like that.
Yeah. So they're all linked to one another somehow, anyway. So this is the song called Hands That Remember. It's these hands that remember our stories when we're carrying the weight of it all. It's our hands that remember to hold us together, not alone against a wall. When hands help us to remember, it's our future that's ours to make. And today might look still and empty, watching all the old empires break. What crumbles is full of unknowing, and fairy tales lead us astray. And the warpaths that tore us asunder got no words left to fill up a page. It's those endings that's shaped by the monsters, with their lies of who we're supposed to be. But they can't hold us long in those cages. It's our hands holding all of the keys. Then the freedom to thrive's not a pipe dream, and the next step toward life's not a lie. But we can't grant asylum to cruelty. Reaching out is what helps us get by. It's these hands that remembered our stories when we've carried the weight of it all. It's our hands that remembered to hold us Together, not alone, not at all. Not at all.
Beautiful.
I really like that.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. And Steve and Kristi, you're part of that project too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've spent it. Yeah, for a long time. Actually, it was a while ago that Phil
Why
included us in
can't I
that.
hear you? Hold on.
Oh, because I'm not talking very loud.
Oh, okay. Also because one of my earbuds fell out.
Okay. Well, good. There's more than one reason.
Yes. So for my last offering, I'm going to do this one. This song was born out of somebody else's agony, I'm sorry to say. Because after the election was over, I was kind of speechless and I hadn't written anything for a few weeks. But my niece got married, and her partner is in transition, and her partner's parents came to the wedding, and they were loudly, vigorously, obnoxiously unsupportive. So the day after the wedding, the partner posted on Facebook and expressed their agony and ended up their tirade with, "I don't have a family." Whereupon one of my niece's cousins from the other side of her family commented, "Yes, you do. We're your family. You can lean on us." And while I had been struggling to find something of any positive ilk at all to say about our current situation, after the cousin made that comment, I thought, that's the song I want to write. So that's what you're about to hear. My niece's wife thinks nobody knows the agony they're going through. People say that's the life you chose. Your sort of love cannot be true. So they've cut their ties with family, lost some lifelong friends. Now they feel that in their corner is only them. My best friend's child thinks nobody shares the burden she carries in the world. People tell her that's her cross to bear, 'cause she's got 2 strikes, black and girl. They tell her that's the way it is, give it up, move on. Now she feels she needs an army, but she has none. And maybe you feel the same. Maybe you think folks are just gaming you, and maybe they don't care as much as they say they do, as you want them to. But we can lean on the ones that love us, 'cause there's gonna be some that we can trust. So we will lean on the ones that love us, and you can lean on me. Oh, you can lean on me. My brother's wife lies awake all night, wondering what trouble they might face, 'cause her parents crossed that borderline when they brought their children to the States. She's anxious careful. So much depends. And maybe you feel the same. Maybe you think those folks are just gaming you. And maybe they don't care as much as they'd have you believe they do, as you need them to. But we can lean on the ones who love us, 'cause there's gonna be some that we can trust. So we must lean on the ones that love us. And you can lean on me. Oh, you can. We can lean on the ones that love us, 'cause there's gotta be some that we can trust. So we will lean on the ones that love us, and you can lean on me, and I will lean on you. Can lean on me.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Do you want to know what I like about that song?
Sure.
Well, it has a solution in it. You know, I have this tendency to write songs that just illustrate a dark scene, and I don't really have a solution in the song. And so that's really nice. The nice part about that song is that it resolves the situation.
Well, thank you. That's what I got from the cousin's comment.
Right.
It's not all dark and despair. You can lean on me. So, yeah. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here. First and foremost, Steve and Kristi, thank you for saying yes to this. And Amelia, thank you also for saying yes.
Absolutely.
This
Thank
has
you for
been
hosting.
Oh,
Thank
this
you
has
for-
been such a rewarding afternoon for me.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you much for inviting us.
It has been just lovely. Thank you all.
Oh, is it over already?
And Rick, K5FNI, this is KI6GGD, and thank you for your wonderful backgrounds.
Oh, how fun. So now you have met another ham operator, right?
Yes, that's why I put my call sign on there, just in case there's another one around. I did not expect it to be you.
You never know.
You never know.
How fun. So I'm going to end the recording here and turn off the stream. Yes, we know.